Well, we got some fresh snow here in northern Illinois. Just one more reason I'm moving to Florida. But hey, today I want to talk real quick about how to kind of plan a little bit better for your retirement. And this is one of the things that my wife and I are doing, just on an easy method right now. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. But we're doing a practice. We're doing a practice run. And basically the goal is to live within the budget we have set for what my retirement will look like with my pension. Because my wife is still going to work full time, so there's no reason to not count her money. However, I've kind of established the whole budget based on the fact that I would prefer to live within our means of my pension. If something were to happen to my wife, we would just have to live on my pension. And if something were to happen to me, my wife would have to live on what's left in our 401k, her job, and then what she would get as a spousal benefit, which is nowhere near what my supplement pension is going to be from the day I retire till 65. So those things matter. So I thought, you know what, let's do a test run based on, the way we're really going to live, the way we live now. On the property we rent in Florida. And then I currently live with my mom. So she's can be very stubborn, doesn't like me to give her any money. So I'm living pretty cheap, actually. I'm just $100 a week on food and, $50 every couple of weeks on gas. So I live pretty cheap. My wife lives as cheap as she can. She's, she's a teacher. She puts a lot of money into her classroom. And I don't know if you guys know this about teachers, but that's what they do. There's not a lot of ways that they can avoid it because they're extremely underfunded despite the fact they get paid. And Florida teachers are not nearly paid as well as, like you would make in Illinois as a union teacher in a regular school district, etc. But it's been a huge financial difference between private Christian in Illinois versus what she makes as a charter school teacher in Florida. So we're trying to live within those means. And that's, to be realistic means that we need to pretend as if or act as if and spend as if my pension is all we get. And that everything extra I make right now, I'm putting in the bank separately to either pay down. I'm trying to help my daughter with her school loan still. We're putting more money away. I'm putting money into high yield savings accounts, etc. So that everything extra is still there, but we're not spending it right now because everything I can put away between now and retirement date is extra money that will be there for cushion. And that's great to have because my whole goal is to not ever have to touch the 401k and just let the investments continue to do their job, which is grow. And as long as we live within those financial means, there's no reason that can't happen. And then at some point, I'll start to collect Social Security. And whether I need it or not, I'll collect when the time comes, when I've decided that now is the time. I made a video a few months back about everybody should take their Social Security at 62, and I still believe that strongly. I'm only considering not doing that because I do plan to work part-time, and I'm not going to necessarily quit the job so that I can work or collect Social Security. So that may change for me personally, but I think it's still a good idea. When you do the math, it takes a long time for the numbers to actually meet up to the break-even point. It's somewhere in the late 70s. I've seen different versions of that, 78, 79. Some say never because you continue to grow and make money on the money. So that would be my plan. When I take Social Security, if I don't need it financially, which I hope I don't need it, and it'll just be money I can reinvest. And as that money grows, it's basically like another 401k to me. So ideally, we never have to worry about running out of money, which is the biggest fear everybody has in retirement. So what I would suggest for anybody to try if they can, and believe me, if you can retire, then you can at least do a trial run for a month or two with the same budgetary constraints that you're going to have and see how it goes. Because it may open your eyes to say, well, maybe we need to either cut back a little bit more. Maybe we need to save a little bit more. Maybe we're not ready to retire at all. You don't want to find that out after you've left the job and can't go back. So anyway, just something I thought about today, because I think it's a good idea to practice anything you do, because you know, there used to be an expression, still is an expression in sports, that you play like you practice. Well, if your practice sucks, you're not going to be good at the other end of it either, right? That's why coaches hate weak effort in practice, because, oh, we can't do a full contact, or I don't want to, I'm saving myself for the game. No, because that's not how your body recovers and recoups either. So you need to play and practice like you play. So anyway, I hope this makes sense to you. Give it a try. I think it's a good idea. See you next time.